our achievements first, before going to the top priorities of this summit. First of all, I want to remind all of us that we have very strong assets. And having framed the discussion by insisting on this fierce competition with China and US, I really believe that till now we underestimated what we can do together as Europeans. First, we have a 450 million consumers market, and this is a huge asset. And this domestic market is not to be underestimated. Only the European market can provide both the scale and the core values that can allow our tech companies to thrive and export their products on international markets. This is why the single market agenda is so important. Second, we are attractive, and it was shown at the Summit for Action on AI in February in Paris, clearly illustrated by the commitments and the announcement of this summit today in Berlin. And clearly, we have a momentum precisely to attract more and more investments. 12 billion mentioned here. Our two countries are attracting a lot of investment coming from the rest of the world to build more data centers and solutions. And we have clearly a lot of assets. We have talents in Europe. We have this domestic market. We have energy. And we can deploy as well critical solutions. So I want to insist on the fact that we are an attractive place, and we have a lot of assets that we can provide. Third, we have a very strong Franco-German convergence. This summit on European digital sovereignty is a concrete result of the agenda that we set during the Franco-German Council of Ministers co-chaired in Toulon during the end of August this year, and which allowed the adoption of 8 roadmaps in the key critical sectors necessary to our competitiveness and around 30 flagship initiatives. This summit is a new demonstration of a Franco-German reflex that plays out all levels, as shown by the number of companies and stakeholders present today. Fourth, we have also managed to develop remarkable tools at the European level. And this is an asset. In a world where technology is much faster than legislation, these tools do not yet allow us to ensure the ambition of European digital sovereignty. But in the current geopolitical context, preserving our digital acquis is of utmost importance. With GDPR in 2018, and more recently with DSA and DMA framework, and the upcoming Cybersecurity Act, the EU is endowed with several key legislations, respecting a fair balance between ensuring ethics, consumer protection, safeguarding democracy, while also favoring innovation and competitiveness. Now what we want to do is clarification on some remaining issue. This is part of the outcome of this summit, and a simplification agenda. But I want to insist on that even in front of entrepreneurs, because this set of very important regulations is an asset. In a democracy like the US, it is not sustainable to have tech companies without any regulation. It's impossible, because you cannot dedicate the strength of your economy to the 7 magnificence, and more than that, you cannot delegate the whole functioning of your democracy to the 7 magnificence. It's unbearable. So we do believe in innovation, we do believe in sovereignty, we do believe in these digital innovations, but in our societies with our values. And this is a fact that we all live in democracies, and this is a chance. And we are neither dictatorship or autocracies, nor a democracy with a strange collective choice, which is indeed to renounce to any capacity to regulate, because we know the result of that. Some monopolies, the dysfunctioning of the market, and at the end of the day, the killing of potential innovation, and more than that, the dysfunctioning of democracies. The fifth point on our European assets is that we have tech leaders, and from startups to well-established companies that are ready to make this message their own. By bringing together a wide range of private Franco-German and European initiatives, this summit has shown that we are aligned with the digital sector. I want to cite here the landmark partnerships between Mistral and SAP in AI, the partnerships between Pascal, the CEA, and the German Jülich Supercomputing Center in quantum, the partnership between Hawking, Institut Gustave Roussy, and La Charité Berlin on AI and health, and as well as all the announcements made by the EU AI Champions initiatives. And this is the best evidence of the fact that we do have a lot of champions and a lot of energy in this room and a lot of common projects. These 5 points are here to say that we have everything if we want to deliver the agenda of more sovereignty in the digital field. And if we want to be much more sovereign on AI, quantum, chips, and so on. Now, let me just flag some of the critical